Go live. Here, let's just do this. Get out the way.
Yeah.
What's good? One more time. Hopefully this works. Check mic,
Hopefully.
check mic, check mic. So we had 2 events set. One was private, one was public. For whatever reason, when I pressed start streaming, it selected both of them. I don't know how that is. I don't know how that's even possible. So
I don't know how it's even possible either, right? You can't do both from the same
No.
same system. Like you're on
Yeah,
one computer. It'd be different if I was live as well, but I'm not. So and at halftime we'll go ahead and I guess have to reset up the other one too, since that one started going. So we'll have to reset that one, which isn't a problem. But we are here for the Cavs versus Knicks. The series lead right now goes to the Knicks, who were able to win a very tough game, man. Spida gave everything he could in that last matchup, dropping nearly 40. But Julius Randle, even though he was playing injured, still played phenomenal, as well as, of course, Jalen Brunson, man. And we talked about it before, and we said the Mavs obviously aren't good at evaluating players.
Yeah.
Because every player that has left them has went to another team and is playing out their minds.
Yeah.
Dinwiddie's been playing really well with the Knicks. Brunson playing again out of his mind. He's averaging 24, I think 24.8 points this year. It's the best in his career. He is a force for the Knicks. He's a guy that they trust and are willing to go through on the offensive end. And it's good to see him get a full chance over at the Knicks.
Yeah. I mean, the only person I'll say that hasn't really had the best outing afterwards is Dorian Finney-Smith. But that's really to be expected. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree. But the fact that Brunson has kind of come out and really grew into the player that most people thought he was going to be when they seen him in the playoffs when Luka got injured. So they're definitely not good at something. And I seen a post that I don't know if it was a troll meme post or if it was a real post, but it said something that Luka donated double down on some funds for like a tanking, like supposedly they got fined for tanking. I don't know if that's true or not, and I'm like, that's that.
Yes, that is true. I did see that. I believe it is true. That's interesting, man. I mean, they had a chance to still make it. It doesn't make sense why they tanked in that situation, because it's not like it makes that big of a difference where you stand in as far as your draft prospect goes. You still are gonna have like a 1 in like 68 chance to get it. Like your odds aren't good. You know?
But so supposedly Luka paid part of the fund or paid extra or some crap because they tanked.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't hear anything about that.
So I'm like, but the fact that they actually were officially caught as tanking, I think is hilarious. Like you actually came out and said you were tanking. So if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, you should be pissed. You paid to go to those games.
Dude, I understand tanking. I understand that tanking is a part of sports, but it shouldn't be, man. Like, it shouldn't be for your fans. I mean, one, that's not a good way to grab fans. And the fans that are like, oh, we should tank. Like, I know there's a lot of Saints fans that think the New Orleans Saints should tank to get higher draft picks. You should not go into games to go and lose. That doesn't make sense. That's not fair for players that are in contract years that are wanting to go play for another team. It's not fair for anybody. It's such BS. And I wish it wasn't a part of the game, but it is, and it's stupid. It's stupid, truly.
I mean, if
you're that bad, one player ain't gonna make that difference. You know what I mean? You have to have a full team.
Yeah, that's true.
10 people.
If you want to tank, go play for Houston. Go play for Houston.
Right. Well, they don't have to tank. They just are that bad. You know what I mean? Poor Houston, bro. Rockets, Texans, all them, all ass. Brunson's getting trapped up high, almost backcourt violation. Now over the top and driving cheating. Left side, right hand, high off the glass, no good. Astros cheating, right? Mikey, did you like the podcast? I watched it. I got about 20 minutes in. Yeah, dude, it's pretty good. It was pretty good for your first one. It seems like your dad's done it a couple times. He's definitely a character. He's got a good little podcasting voice. It was cool, man. It was cool. Y'all keep it up. I'm excited for the next one to hear about more y'all's football coverage. I got, like I said, I got about 20 minutes in, so I'll finish the rest either later on tonight or tomorrow. Another corner three for the Knicks. Knicks are up by just one. Rebound by LeVert. We're going left side. Osman with it now, bringing it back up top. I'm at 5:13.
Oh, I'm
Ball gets rejected. Brunson's going to grab it, kicking it up. Knicks. Yeah, your way. I just saw the dunk, the Barrett dunk.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Basketball, you're ahead of me. Football, I'm ahead of you. That's just how it works for whatever reason.
So it should be a foul coming up. Let me know when the whistle blows.
Jared Allen to Garland. Garland's driving inside, gets fouled. Whistle.
All right.
The next one is on Thursday. Okay, sweet. Spool to Fit, what's good with you, brother? He said, appreciate y'all for the help. Oh, no worries, man. Glad we could help. It looks really good. And I think Non didn't get the notification, but I got it when I was on my computer. So
yeah.
He'll go back and look at it. But it looked good.
Yeah.
It looked really good. I like the background and everything. He also made a cool little intro. He also offered to make us an intro, too, if we wanted to get something that was a little more lively. He said he'd be down to help us out with that. So we'll talk to you and figure it out. Figure something going for it.
Charles.
We keep our intro pretty basic just so we can get right in.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you for re-up and on being a member. Thank you, Charles.
Big facts. Big facts.
Charles.
Easy win. Charles says, easy win.
I want to know, what's his total record? How many times have you been wrong?
More than he's been right. He's probably won as many championships as he's got.
Damn. That's just rude.
Just disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but how's everybody doing this evening, guys? Please, if y'all just tune in, I know we had a late start, had a couple technical issues and things like that. Hit that like button, message us, let us know what's good. Let us know who you got winning this game. We got to get a poll up as well. Get some votes on the poll here. LeVert with the ball, driving left side. He's going to pull back. Dribbling, wants to take it himself, goes inside, gets stopped, kicks out. Osman 3. No good. In this time where Cavs have to push things, so Randle being out on the bench right now, they need to get some pressure. Still down by 1. 4 minutes left in the first. Osman driving on Brunson. Kicks over to Mobley. Mobley uses his length to put it off the glass. Can't get it to roll. Brunson driving right side. Puts up the left-handed floater. No good. Knicks trying to fight for the offensive rebound. Aren't going to get it. And they're saying it's still Knicks ball? How? In what world?
That crowd.
Say says my hot take is Tom Brady is not a top 5 quarterback all time.
That's a hot take.
Mike, that I don't even know if that's a hot take. That's just a wrong take.
So Mike, if he's not top 5, who is in your top 5?
Yeah.
And how old are you again? That definitely plays a factor.
Yeah, call him with a travel. Yeah, it does. That's true. That's true. I think a hot take would be Tom Brady isn't top 2. You know, I mean, I not even in the top 5. Man. LeVert for a 3, knocks it in. Cleveland finally taking the lead, up by 2. Low scoring game so far. 3 minutes remaining. Brunson cut up LeVert, working around the screen. He's going to step back, shoot a 3 of his own. No good. Donovan Mitchell trying to posterize him is going to get fouled. I don't know if it was a foul. I thought he got all ball.
Gonna head to the
I'm so
first
happy
timeout.
that. Yeah. I'm so glad I mean, he did kind of hit his wrist, but he got ball too. I don't know. That was close. I'm so happy that NBA realized, hey, it's probably not a good idea to run Celtics and Atlanta on TNT. So happy about that. I ain't gonna lie, guys. If that game was our 6:30, I probably would have just chilled and recorded some videos.
Oh yeah.
What up? What up? What up, Coach Dante? How you doing, brother?
What's
Appreciate
good?
you. See you live as well. Guys, go check out Coach Dante. He is live on his channel right now, doing a coverage just like we are. Montana, Breeze, Rogers, Marino, Favre. That's your top 5.
You said Montana, Breeze.
You don't
Rodgers,
have
Favre.
Peyton Manning in there?
I mean, it's not a bad top 5. It's not a bad top 5 at all.
No, it's not a bad top 5.
It's just, I mean, even though I'm not even like a big fan of Brady's, but with what he's all accomplished, it's kind of hard not to put him in the top 5. Even if you don't like him, you know. Because to me, like, I definitely believe Montana deserves to be in there. And then, what makes you put Marino with no titles, with no championships? And literally, Breeze and Rodgers and Favre are practically the same player.
Yeah. If I had to do a top 5, I'm going Tom. He's just achieved too much. I know it's a team game, but he's just achieved too much. After that, I could flip-flop between Manning and Montana. I think I had Montana a little bit over the edge, but I never saw Montana, but just the things that I've read and highlights, I really like Montana.
Oh, yeah.
4. I don't know, man. If Breeze used to be my 4, but just not seeing another championship throughout all those years, even though he has all the accolades and all those things got beat. He had some bad playoff performances. I kind of pushed him outside my top 5 for a little bit. I had him at 6.
Understandable.
I don't know. Who's your top 5? Brady achieved so much cheating. I mean, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, you know?
He's just the only one that got caught.
Yeah, everyone cheats. I mean, we cheated. The Saints cheated, if you want to think about it that way. We didn't deserve our championship because we cheated. Technically, you know? Trying to think. I know I'm missing some people. I know Marino is really good. I had Marino in my top 5, but I mean, him not having a championship, it's definitely a tough look.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell knocks down the first free throw.
I mean, no specific order. You know, Peyton, Montana, Brady, probably like Unitas.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
The guy that came after Montana too, if he wouldn't have ended his career
Steve
early,
Young,
he'd be there. Yeah. If he didn't cut his career early.
Yeah, concussions.
Yeah. Concussions, yeah. Patrick Mahomes is going to eventually be in there if things keep going the way that it's going right now. He'll be in the top 5 at some point. He's going to give somebody the boot.
You could possibly throw Roger Staubach up there. For me, like Ken Stabler.
Brunson the other way gets the finish. Andre, what's good with you, brother? Appreciate you stopping by. Got any bets going tonight? I didn't get any for this one. I'm going to do one for the Clippers Suns game, though. Said he treats his teammates like crap.
Okay, where'd the chat go?
Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Montana, Elway, Drew Brees, Rodgers. That's not a bad lineup either. It's not a bad lineup either. Drew Brees kind of got the shirt in his playoffs. Luck was awful and was held down by defense's best seasons. I agree with that. I agree with that. His statistics alone, I think, is enough, but it's just like some of his playoff play and not getting to a second Super Bowl, I think definitely hurt him a little bit more in my top 5 ranking.
How many titles Rodgers got?
He just has one as well. He's only been to one Super Bowl. He's the same as Drew, and that's why I have Brees ahead of Rodgers is for that reason. I mean, Brees has only had one, but he's definitely had a worse team than what Rodgers has. Rodgers has actually literally choked. Like he was eating some shredded.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's definitely choked. So how I feel about the Warriors? I mean, they lost. I'm not like most people where it doesn't like make me want to jump out the window. I see the game. I see what's going on. I see what's wrong with it. It's if they can make adjustments, but at the same time, I will continue to say it. If officiating can be fair, it'll be a different game. I think it's a different outcome.
Yeah.
Because when you can't touch nobody, 30 fouls to 18, that's a big difference. That is a big difference.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, 30. Was it 30? Yeah, 30. It was 30 fouls to 18 is what it ended up being. That's crazy. 30, and the fact that in the fourth quarter they couldn't even play defense in the fourth quarter because they were afraid of 3 of their players getting sent out. You
said, can they turn
it around?
Yeah, I mean, they beat it. They was down 3-1. Yes, they can turn around. I think what might have been technically I would say a better team, or at least a trio of players, better core.
Nate said I had a rough night. My wife was messing me half the night in pain, couldn't sleep, emotional, etc. I'm sorry to hear that, Nate, man. Please take care of yourself, and we'll have your your wife and you in our thoughts.
Yeah, most definitely. Take care of the wifey, man. That's him. Why is my phone?
I know she's out of town right now with her sisters. You're thinking about driving over there and trying to help out, or are you not able to? I know you probably got a lot of stuff to do around the house as well. Thankfully, I fixed everything. Once I put my phone on mute, I had an amazing sleep. Yeah, sometimes you got to, man. Hopefully, she's able to feel better. If Andrew Luck didn't retire, he'd be top 5. No. I mean,
he'd have to wait. He'd have to do a lot more.
He retired. He'd have to leave. He'd have to leave that team or somehow convince them to get him help, which they wouldn't do because they wouldn't even do it for Peyton Manning. Yeah, I think there's too much he had to do to be within top 5.
I would say his potential could be there, yes, but it's a lot he had to do to even achieve that. He wasn't even nowhere near that. He's definitely a damn good quarterback, but unfortunately, when your team was owned by a used car salesman, they don't believe in paying for offensive linemen.
Vikings Miracle Boy, his fault, and no call, not his fault. Yeah. I mean, you're right about that. That is true. That's true, Spoil. It's very true.
Oh, let me update this. I did the poll.
I wasn't necessarily talking about those games. It's more of like when we've gotten to like the divisional round and we've lost. I mean, like the year against the Vikings, the divisional round at the home game where they had the push off by the tight end. I can't remember who it was at the time, but he played horrible that game. We didn't deserve to win that game. There was other games as well, but those two definitely. And no, I didn't do that. She's at her mother's 2.5 hours away. Oh, I got you. Oh, Nate, I could never tell when you're joking or not. If you want me to be honest with you, Nate, I could never tell. Viking. Oh yeah. Nate said saying that about Luck disrespects those in the top 5. Woulda, coulda.
Yeah, that's what I said. His potential was great, but to put him in top 5 before he really achieved anything, it's kind of difficult.
Garland knocks down the first of 2. Trying to tie things back up with 48.8 seconds to go in this first quarter. That's key to real humor, Zach. Hey, well, you got it knocked down, bro. You got it. Golden State in 7. Cash it in.
I mean, it'll be dope.
All right, Garland knocks down the second. Tied 22 all. Donovan Mitchell on the bench now. Garland, Jared Allen, LeVert, Osman, and Mobley. Quickly with the ball. Driving right side. Gets trapped on the baseline. Trying to get it out. 5 seconds. Going to get stolen by Osman. Osman bringing it up. Pass it back to Garland. Thought Garland was going to think about shooting it.
Yeah, I thought so too. 18 seconds and counting.
About a 5-6 second difference between shot clock and game clock. 6. All right, Garland, you got to make a move now, man. 4. Step back 3. You wait
Mobley with
time to shoot that 3. I don't like that. Shoots it this time, though. No?
LeVert for 3. Bang!
Nice. Nice.
Quarter comes to a close. 25-22.
I knew I was forgetting. Something up. I don't have ESPN up.
Stats.
Yeah. If we break every games compared to Rodgers and Breeze, Rodgers not going out there putting up over 30 a game. If Breeze didn't get past 30, we lose. That's fair. I mean, we had a dominant offense, man. We definitely did. We had a great offensive mind and coach and stuff, which helped a bunch. Aaron Rodgers went through a couple of different coaches. They spent a little more money on defense than what we did, which helped as well. You know, we didn't really dedicate money or didn't do well drafting defenses until that the Lattimore draft. It was that 2017 draft. Given his career on the board, he wouldn't make any top 20, maybe 30. Talking about Luck, or are you talking about Drew? I'm assuming you're talking about Luck, because if you don't have Drew in the top 20, I think that's kind of crazy. I could see people arguing him out of the top 10, maybe, like out of the top 10, but I mean, I would disagree with it, but to say he's not top 20 is nuts. Breeze always blames the team or him. No one but Brady always blamed everyone. Maybe. I mean, I didn't follow Brady like that, Rug. I didn't like him, so I didn't care to follow him. Let's see. Breeze never blamed anyone. That's what I said. He blamed himself. The 49ers game, he threw 2 picks. When it's all said and done, we got off the field. He was up. Did you read my comments? Well, gee, Saints fan can somehow make a basketball game with New York versus Cleveland about Drew Brees. That's real skill. You never know what comes into the to the comment section. They never know what comes into the chat. We just make the best of it. Oh, Luck, of course. Okay. Oh, Nate, we wanted to ask you this during the pre-playoff stream where we were just talking about the different games and stuff, but I think you had left. God, how did we ask it? You know what I'm talking about, Nan? When we were talking about the Knicks and like giving our predictions of what they would do in the playoffs. It was something. It was something on the lines of like, did you expect this type of outcome, or are you like very surprised, or you think they just finally came to themselves and playing the game they should be? Like, what's your thoughts of the overall season as a Knicks fan? There was something on that lines. I can't remember how the comment came up, but that's basically what it was. How you been today, Nan? I saw you were reading some comics earlier.
I've been all right. It was a muggy day today. Like hella overcast. It was like overcast, but also like today? Foggy.
It was cold as could be this morning, man. It was like 40-something degrees this morning.
No, it was muggy.
It was
like muggy.
Jeez.
Yeah,
bro. I was like, I woke up and it was hot yesterday. It was really hot yesterday. I woke up this morning. Freezing, man, freezing. Like I didn't want to get out of bed. I was so dang cold. I looked at the weather. I thought my mom just had like the AC on like 60 because she'd be doing some crazy stuff like that every now and then. And I went, looked, it was like 45 degrees. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, it was 90 degrees yesterday. I was so pissed. All right, but we are back in game here at the second quarter. Quickly in, is going to pass it over to Julius Randle, who's going to take the long three. No good. Battling for the rebound is going to end up in Garland's hand. Garland, one of the alley. I don't know why he didn't send it to Mobley. Now Levert's going to drive in. Levert's playing really well so far. Andre, I did see your comment on your bet too, and I skipped over it. Where was it? I saw it was something 20 and a half. You said you took Brunson 20 and a half points and Jared Allen over 8.5 boards. He needs to do that. He had a really slow game last game. Let's see. Luck was underrated. Maybe so. Not going to lie, though. Breezer's Brady games were always fire. Old-fashioned shootout. Oh, without a doubt, man. I know. Them Brady Manning games are some of the most fun games of football I've ever watched, to be honest. Now, last question. Who was a better shootout quarterback, Breeze, Rodgers? Shootout? Rodgers. Nate says it's all Brunson, Randle. Then the other 5 shooting guards, shooting forwards seem to rotate good and bad games. Yeah, I think you're right about that, man. They definitely have some guys that have stepped up, especially the game that they had Randle and them out, and their backup guys dropped over 30 points and over 5 3-pointers. So, like, they have a little bit of depth there. It's a good look for y'all.
Yeah. Back
Garland,
and forth, like 4. It's been like 4 steals.
No good.
It's like 4 steals back and forth.
Goodness, no one can make a shot. Finally, it's going to be a loose ball foul. Are they going to call that on? They're going to call that on Jared Allen, or are they going to call that on? I thought it was a push off by Randle. Better shootout quarterback was Breeze by a mile. I think Breeze has phenomenal accuracy, but Rodgers has phenomenal throwing ability. His throwing ability is next to none. I love how that dude lined up his bald spot. Like, you see that? Like where his widow peak that's coming in, he lined it up.
I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking like
I don't know why I noticed that.
Better shootout QB. That's a good.
I would rather Drew Brees in like a 2-minute drill, but I don't know, man. High off the glass, Garland can't get it. Jared Allen just fighting for the board. 2 attempts at the putback, can't get it to drop.
What's going on right now?
Quickly for 3. This is just ugly right now.
I don't get why.
Timeout. I'll call it. Can we get a TV timeout?
Jared Allen jumps and puts his full hand on the ball to tip it in instead of just dunking. Like, why not just dunk? Just dunk.
Yeah.
You're so freaking tall.
Nate says Randle could pull this team to a conference finals. The Bucks can be hot and cold. Yeah, especially now, no telling with how well Giannis is going to do after the back thing. He should be fine, but if how bad that back injury is, it could be constant muscle tightness and stuff like that. So he might be limited.
True.
They have like 5 guys that are similar. Was talking to Non about it. If they could send 2 of them and picks to get Lillard or Trey, do it. Yeah. Garland.
Actually, Lillard
nice cutback. Nice. Should have shot it. Ooh, good find inside. Allen tries to go for the dunk. Is going to get fouled.
If Jared Allen don't dunk the damn ball and stop trying to hit off the top of the glass, you are not a point guard. Dunk it.
Oh, by shoot, you mean okay? I just like missed her, but going touchdown to touchdown, back and forth.
That might have.
I mean, in that sense, you could. It might be Breeze, but like you could literally go either way.
Just because of how Rodgers have done, that might be more leaning towards Rodgers for that. Just because of we've seen him do it so many times,
But Breeze used to do it so many times too back in the day, like back in like the 2010s, like 2009 to like 2013. Like that's what all Breeze could do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It'd be close.
Grimes, Quickly, Barrett, Hart, or similar.
Barrett, Hart, all similar. Who do you like the most out of those 4, and who do you think you can get the most value off of in a trade? Top and stuck behind Randle. Yeah, that's A-Rod all day. Prime Drew Brees was definitely a something fun to watch, and glad as a Saints fan I was able to watch it. But I don't know, man. Rodgers is special. Try not to be a homer and just pick and breeze. I'm really trying to think about it. I love RJ, but if they could send him and 2 others, worth it. Yeah, I was saying RJ's going to have a lot of value. I think. I actually really, just out of the games that I've watched, I do like Quickly. I like Josh Hart, but he's not going to improve. He's been the same since he's been to the league. He's
he's found his
11
place.
points,
He's not going nowhere.
11 points, 8 rebounds.
Yeah, he's not going nowhere. He found it.
But
His place.
last game, but still, last game he played great. But the thing is, he still averages the same thing. He's 11 points and like 7 boards. That's what he does.
Because he's a role player. He's not a star. He's a role player.
That's just where he's at. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a role player.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he can have an explosive night,
jumper,
but it's very rare. Yeah. It's very rare because he can't.
I think other players have more upsides than Josh. He's going to be a consistent guy. Like Josh is going to be a consistent guy, but as far as upside, there's other guys that I'd rather have. But if you just need consistency as a backup, then he is your guy.
I think with the question as far as at hand, they'd be better off getting rid of Barrett because Barrett can actually get more in return. Hart ain't getting nothing in return, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think so, too.
Hart will be still fine on the bench. He'll come off the bench, give you, like you said, the 11 points or 15 points on a good night. But Barrett still hasn't even realized who he really is. He still haven't learned that part yet.
Barrett has potential in the future to be able to average 24-plus points a game. But he's just not there yet.
The potential is there. Yeah, not nowhere near there.
And I think Nate's right. Dealing a trade to go grab somebody that is there and that is ready, I think is important right now. I mean, Randall's younger, but he's not young. You know what I mean? He's definitely not young. If you can build up a couple winning teams and get some players to come and make this Knicks organization back to a place where everybody's like, yes, I want to be a Knick. I want to play in Madison Square. Then, do it. Yeah, Nate, I'm just not thinking, bro. I don't know. I just wasn't thinking. Playoffs against the Lions tied for most touchdowns in a game versus the Giants versus the Cowboys. What? What? Barrett's value, but Quickly is so underrated. Plugged them two into Portland. Both could go off. Andre said, what's a good fit for Barrett? I could see Barrett. See, the thing is with Portland is they're trying to build up youth. Dame's obviously came in. He said he doesn't want to wait for young players to develop. He doesn't feel like dealing with that anymore. I feel like Barrett going over Portland.
Well, that's why it's time for him to go.
Could kind of be a similar thing of Brunson going over to the Knicks. I mean, Knicks have a little more veteran leadership, but Barrett could go there and be the number 1, number 2 guy instantly. Without Lillard, obviously.
Yeah.
Like if they make the trade for Lillard is more of what I'm saying.
I mean, once it's to the point where the veteran feels that they no longer want to help teach the youth, that's when it's time for them to move. That's when it's time for them going. That's what the team has to move on at that point, because the team gradually has to keep getting younger. That's part of the game. You have to continually get younger, but also keep good talent. And sometimes it's supposed to be a good blend of youth with veteran presence. And if they're not able to do that, like Portland, most of the team is young, except like 3 players. So,
right,
Lillard could definitely step off and go somewhere else. Where? Yeah, I mean, I guess New York could be a good move.
Andre said maybe like the Jazz. You think with the way that what's his name is the white boy, the way that he's been playing, he would sit behind him unless you play both of them at the same time.
You say it needs to be a true number 1. I don't think
Barrett needs to be a true number one to see who he is. I think so too. I think so too. But what team would? There's no
but
team
I
right
don't.
now that
Yeah,
would
I
let
don't think
him
it's.
go and be a true number one.
That's what I'm thinking. There's no team that's going to give him the keys to the castle. Not right now, because nobody has faith in Barrett. Nobody has faith in RJ Barrett. The Knicks don't even have faith in RJ Barrett.
Back in the game, 30-24.
Okay, they must have scored when
Cleveland up by 6.
during the commercial.
Yeah, they keep doing that. Randle kicks out, almost turns the ball over, gathered up, corner 3. No good. Rebounded by Allen. Mitchell back in the game, passes up to Mobley, gets tipped by Hart. Stolen. Brunson now. Randle thought about the 3. He's going to drive into Jared Allen's chest and just strongmanning him inside. Can't get the drop. And finally rebounded by LeVert. I really like LeVert as well.
Randle's still on the ground.
That's not
Randle's
good.
still down.
And now
Jared just ran over somebody.
Brunson. His arm. He's held his elbow. It's his offhand, I think. They're going to have to get him out.
Brunson got ran over by Jared.
And Randle is still not in play. He's talking to medical staff right now, I think. Or no, he's sitting in the corner. Whoa. Jared Allen gives Brunson a nice little push.
That's the second one. He was the one that ran him over on the last side.
Oh, yeah, he just smacked the crap out of his elbow on the ground, and it wasn't nothing dirty. Jared Allen and them just had their hands wrapped together, and he couldn't extend or free out his arm, so it just landed
Jared Allen went and knocked out Brunson. He's on a mission to take out their stars.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't saw Jared Allen be a menace, but apparently he is.
And then what caused the foul, he threw Brunson. He threw Brunson. Like he knocked out Brunson 2 times.
Barrett to the Pistons could make sense, but that's the same thing with the Jazz, where Knicks need vets, not picks.
Yeah.
Fournier was a near starter last year. Now he never sniffs the court. Portland, New York trade makes a lot of sense. Depends on who they got to give up, but can give a lot of youth. I feel like the Portland one probably the most that makes sense for both of y'all. It's just whether or not Portland wants to make that trade. Brunson up top, guarded by Osman. You're going to drive left side, hop steps, gets inside to Hardenstein. He's going to go ahead and make the bucket and get the foul.
Hartenstein.
Yeah, a lot of single shooter guards. Yeah, swingman guys. Yeah. San Antonio, get him a great coach. He could be their lead scorer, but no one New York would want. New York is in a position to send 3+3 picks for a veteran piece. That's it's more. There are some weaker teams that I guess Barrett could go to and have a huge impact, but what y'all would get in return is what really limits it.
Yeah.
Good pass underneath to Mobley. Mobley tried to take down the rim on that one.
Yeah.
Trying to think. You got.
Brunson.
I was trying to think of more teams. I'm trying to think like who's on
Quick
Orlando
pass stolen
that
by
might
Mobley.
be worth grabbing.
Passed out by Garland. Garland on the pass break. Step back 3.
Nice. Buckets. If you are a member, don't forget, spam that splash emoji. And if you're not a member and you want to become a member, click that join button. We have memberships available from $1.99 all the way up to $50. Whatever you want to do, support our channel and feel like more a part of the community. Please do so. We appreciate you.
And the bigger one, the $50, that's like a sponsor if you want to sponsor videos or sponsor a live stream. So that's a little bit different. Just to put it out there.
Yeah. $1.99 is all you got to do. $1.99.
It's the way to go. It's the way to go.
It's the way to go.
Chipotle must be like one of the sole damn sponsors for the NBA playoffs. Every game is Chipotle commercials. It makes me hungry.
Every game, every other commercial set.
I'm like, damn, I want a burrito bowl right now. I had a burrito bowl in a minute.
I had me some chicken stew for dinner.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
Yeah, it was good. Nice and tender.
Yeah.
Nate says send Barrett quickly and top it with 3 picks. Golden State picks. For Steph. Non-P meltdown. 3, 2.
That's funny.
The best we can do is Jordan Poole.
I mean, honestly, after this playoffs, if they get bounced by Sacramento, you can see Jordan Poole getting traded. I can see Jordan Poole getting traded. I can see Draymond not getting extended, and then it just be Steph and Clay, and then building around that with another.
I can see
because they already have another backup point guard that's actually just as good. He doesn't get playing time because of Poole. They have 2 backup point guards,
and then DiVincenzo is going to be a free agent, though, right?
Yeah, it's a good possibility they'll re-sign him because he actually played pretty well this season. He bought it really quick. Jermichael Green will probably be the one to lose.
I'm interested to see what they do. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with Kuminga as well, since they had him play a lot of minutes that first game and then literally limited him to like 6 minutes in that second one, and he looked lost the whole time he was out.
He was trying to do too much, but his potential is so far outside outside the realm. I honestly would think it would be stupid for them to get rid of him.
Yeah.
But I mean, another player I think besides, I know we had lost Wiseman. They should at the trade deadline. They should have went back and got JaVale McGee, because JaVale didn't get no PT with Dallas. They treat him like a redheaded stepchild.
I don't understand how people misuse him. I'm not saying give him 30 minutes, but there's no reason why he shouldn't get 12 minutes a game. He can give you solid 12s. I mean, especially for your backup unit, especially if you got youth or something like that, you just have him in there just to get boards. And just like,
you said if Steph truly loves to go say, is there a situation where he could see a trade? He still feels like he can win titles. So if you still feel that way, he's not going to ask to leave. Because more than likely, if anything, he's going to end up in like Charlotte, because that's where he wants to play.
I feel like isn't he from? He's from Charlotte, right? He's from North Carolina or whatever, South Carolina, wherever. North Carolina, right?
Yeah,
Charlotte's in North Carolina.
He was born in Cleveland, raised in Charlotte. Randle blocked.
Randle goes inside, gets rejected. Good to see him back in. I was curious if they were going to bring him to the locker room or not. Garland, corner 3, no good. Rebounded Brunson. Brunson trying to go quick the other way. Both teams are trying to move fast, but they're moving fast and sloppily. But that time, Brunson's able to finish at the cup. You get bounced first round, you ask questions. Maybe. But it'd be the first time, right? Or not the first time, but they're playing against a really underrated team, very hungry young team, that plays them well.
You ask questions when your team hasn't been to the playoffs and won titles. That's a totally different situation.
I would say, I don't know. I feel like Steph would only switch to somewhere not to win a championship. If anything, he'd probably switch to just go play where he wants to play. Because for Steph right now, it's more of him still feeling like he's underappreciated in the league. Like, people still think his, all of his rings were because of KD up until this last one, and different things like that.
Yeah.
LeVert, left side, driving in, give him space, super high floater, knocks it in. Great shot. And up by 12 are Cleveland. Brunson pass right side. Hart, kick out. Working the ball around. Now Randle. He's going to go around Allen with the left
I don't see how that
hand.
even went in.
I don't understand either. That was beautiful. The whole just make the playoffs doesn't work if you can't beat the top 4. I mean, it's just so situational, I think. I mean, it'd be different if they get first rounded like back-to-back years. The fact that they haven't happened now, I don't think it's a reason to panic yet. The only thing that I would panic was, like I said, I think Poole needs to be gone. Draymond more than likely is going to be gone just because of the contract issue. And then you'll see after that. I mean, that's going to be big pieces, what they get for them after those two people.
Mm-hmm.
What happens? Brunson working left side, guarded by LeVert. Kicks out Randle. Randle 3.
How did Randle fall? I didn't see nobody touch him. He fell to the ground, though.
Beautiful. I don't know either. But value is high now. They miss a playoffs, then this value drops a little more. Sometimes you need to cash in before the cliff arrives.
But but it's not really a cliff for Steph. It's like it's not. It's like he could be a spot up shooter, so his value doesn't change like that. It's not like other players because they're not going to ever lose their arms.
Reluctance, but a great trade now. I see what you're saying. He's saying, you can understand the reluctance, but a great trade now, and Golden State could dominate another 5 years with Clay and some new stars. And I guess that's up to the organizations of when you want to try and make that decision. You know me, I'm not the type of person that I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like just like, oh, let's go ahead and get rid of them now because their value's high. I'd rather just run them down to the ground. They've done so much for me already. It is what it is. But that's being loyal. That's being loyal to a fault. I'm definitely loyal to well.
You said, "Can I see him going to Hornets?"
Yeah. So could you see Steph going to Hornets?
He already said he already said he's going there. He already said that.
I think if he leaves, he'll leave because of that.
Yeah, he already said that.
I think if he leaves, it's not to go get a championship. It's to go play where he wants to play.
Yeah. He already said that's going to be like the last team.
4.
He already said it's going to be like the last team he plays for is the Hornets. Garland tried to dunk on everybody.
Oh my goodness!
Brunson got hit in the face.
Brunson got hit in the eye. Well, I said Ray Allen, so yeah, shot up shooter to the right team. Yeah. How did he get hit in the eye? I didn't even see. Oh, he got hit in the eye by his own teammate when he was running through. Randle smacked him. That's why Randle was hugging him.
Randle's
but I said that loyalty could extend to get value from me now. That's all. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Nate. I hear what you're saying.
What did he get a tee for? See, they show so much of the replay. We just nothing on the court, so I don't know what happened. I didn't even know Josh Hart was talking to him.
Josh Hart's not one that usually gets it either. That's what I'm saying. I don't even understand what happened.
He's the one that usually at the end of like a moment where they talk, he goes to get high five and they leave him stranded hanging.
Yeah,
that's Josh Hart.
And he gives and he does that meme where he's like,
he gives it to himself.
Yeah,
I was like, every time I saw somebody did a short. I wish I would have saved it, and it was like 5 different times it happened to him. I was cracking up. I was dying.
Well, he's the one. Like, he's the one. Whenever we were playing against Houston. And James Harden missed a 3-pointer or something. And he got mad and he bounced the ball.
Oh
the
ground, yeah.
And he hit him in the face. And Josh Hart just went
yeah, that's where that face come from. I remember that. Yeah. I remember that was actually pretty funny.
I feel like if he went to Charlotte, it'd be a free agent situation. The guy that team to get him, they would suck major balls. Yeah, it probably would be unless Charlotte somehow gets pieces that Golden State would trade for. I don't think Golden State would trade for him. You're probably right in that.
No, they're not. They're not gonna trade. They're not gonna trade for him.
Yeah, it'd be him just being like, yeah, I'm not extending. I'm going to finish my career.
Because it's nothing. It's nothing there that they would want.
Okay, I can see that too. 2-year trade to a contender, then 2 seasons in a Charlotte to end it. I mean, that's possible. We've seen that happen a lot. I mean, we saw Wade did it kind of similar. Brunson step back 3. No good. Score is 50-35. 2 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Knicks struggling to get anything on offense going. Garland, Mitchell, LeVert in the corner. Step back 3. Almost gets the bounce. No good. Allen gets the board, but is going to foul Josh Hart. Who's that Knicks center? Why he looks so familiar, but I don't know his dang name.
Said Knicks center Robinson. Mitchell Robinson. You talking about that?
Is that Robinson? Yeah, Mitch Robinson. Is that who I'm thinking? Yeah, that's who it is. Oh, almost traveled. Tried to fish Josh Hart. Josh Hart wasn't looking for the ball. Garland, finger roll off the glass.
Did it look like he took a weird step
24 points for Garland already. A little bit. Has LeBron, Carmelo, Kobe, Wade, Dirk, etc. moved the goalpost that rested new style condition NBA athletes strive for 38 now as a near minimum retirement age?
I wouldn't say I wouldn't say they really pushed it back for other players to achieve that, because there's just some players never going to achieve that. They're just not, because they're not willing to put the money into it, because that's really the reason why they played so long. They put money into their bodies.
But I think it does affect the standard though. Like, and I think it will eventually translate to that, to where like especially when you start thinking about like any records or anything like that, having a long career is going to be important if that's what you want to do. Like if you're able to and you're not injury prone and you retire early, it might feel weird, because we've seen multiple players do it now, all within the last decade, last couple decades. Great shot. Mako is streaky but effective. Mitchell, yeah. They're letting Garland work right now. Mitchell really hasn't got involved all that much. Mitchell right now sitting with just 6. It's been all Garland with 26 points. LeVert coming off the bench and having an effective game with 11. Still feel like there's a lack of effort from both Jared Allen and Mobley, but Mitchell hasn't even tried yet. Mitchell's only taken 4 shots. If Mitchell wants to go and get shots, he will. Ain't nobody got to worry about that. Grimes is bleeding, so they're going to go ahead and take a look at him as we're getting near the end of the first half. Come on, man.
I think he busted his lip or tongue. Actually, maybe his teeth. Yeah, his teeth.
Looks.
That's
yeah,
his teeth.
His
teeth is all red. What are they saying?
Yeah, I was reiterating. Like I was agreeing with you. I was agreeing with you, Nate. I was more discussing it with None. You might take him out, bro. Your mouth bleeds, man. It's hard to get your mouth to stop bleeding, especially your gums. I'm surprised they're letting him play.
So put some cold water in your mouth,
because he's still bleeding.
Cold water slows down your blood vessels.
Right now, it's a 20-point game with Brunson to shoot 2. Knocks down the first. 35 would be weird. Durant is near 35, and Suns paid a bag to get him.
It's also Durant, too, though.
But, I mean, I think that's what he's talking about. He's talking about, like, if you're a big star, like can you call your career at, like, 32 like you used to be able to? Like, between 32 and 35? Or now, do you have to play till you're damn near 40 to feel like you played a full career? Because guys are doing it.
No, I don't think you should have to.
Guys are playing 16-year seasons plus.
Yeah, but I don't think
at
you. I don't
effective
think
levels
you.
still is the biggest thing.
I don't think you should have to. I still think those are
Yeah.
certain
Well,
people are
not
not.
that's what I'm saying.
I
Not
still think
have
certain
to.
people.
Nobody's gonna make them, but
No, I'm saying to be considered as in the conversation of greats. That's pushing the goalposts even further
Mhm.
back because some players will never be able to do that, but they'll achieve a lot in a short amount of time. So if they achieve a lot in a short amount of time, but they don't achieve that time, that distance as in far as time, then they're going to be
Mhm.
considered not as good, and that's not really fair.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what LeBron
And
has
then that
done
just brings up
is an
more
anomaly. Because
that just brings up
what Brian has done
Mhm.
is an anomaly. There's not going to be a lot of players that's going to 40. There's just not. That's not going to be a thing.
Well, and that just brings up even more of debate is whenever you talk about like I'm not even talking like top 5. I'm just talking about like top 100 players ever.
Mm-hmm.
What do you evaluate more? A prime, I won't say prime like 3 years, that's too short, but like a prime 6 to 8 years, or are you looking at overall consistency with the great prime? Wait, how do you evaluate it?
Well,
What do you take up more? Would you rather have
it
one
depends
player
on
be
what
the
the
best player in the league for 6 years, but his other 6 years he's just kind of, not, slightly above average, still a starter but slightly above average?
I mean,
Or
also it
do
also
you
depends on
rate a
how
guy
long a
that's
player.
played 12 years and he's been within the top 10 the whole time and had a couple of top seasons, a couple MVP seasons inside of it? What do you evaluate? What do you make? What do you prioritize above the other?
It also it then I mean that you have to look at the average year of amount of time for a basketball player, which if you look at it statistically, it's 4.5 years. That's the average.
Yeah, I mean,
So
well,
if that
yeah, yeah.
if that's the average, then
I mean, I feel that.
you can change the way trying to say, oh well, he did play 20 years. That's still an anomaly. That's an anomaly when you look at averages.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah. But I'm not saying so much like I'm not even saying like as like talking about LeBron or talking about an individual player. I'm just talking about as a whole. If you're going to rank your top 100, what do you look at? Or what do you prioritize above each other? Someone that had 5 years of just being the best player ever. Okay, Jokic, I guess if we want to use actual example, Jokic right now going on his 3rd MVP in a row. Say he's in the MVP conversation again for another 3 years, whether he wins another one or not, but he's there. But then has just a good season afterwards. Like the rest of his career is just, slightly above average. Still starter, still great contributor, all this stuff, but he's not in the upper echelon of the top, 25 players. Do you favor him over a guy that had a 6-year stretch of being in the top, 10 to 5, 5 to 10, something like that? But then whenever he digresses, he's still within the top like 15.
Well, being that most of those lists,
how do you prioritize it?
being that most of those conversations and lists deal with nostalgia, most people will always equate the person with a long career as greater because it's nostalgic what they remember. But it's players
Yeah.
that probably played in the beginning of like Steph's career or LeBron's career or MJ's career, but they had a shorter amount of time, but their impact was great. If your impact is great over a short amount of time, it can still equate to somebody who had a long career that may be either great or not as great. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So that's
yeah,
what I'm
no,
saying.
there's definitely a situational thing to it. It's per person. But
Yeah,
like, there's
yeah.
arguments right now that people think that Derrick Rose should be a first ballot Hall of Famer because he had a phenomenal start to his career, and now he's just after his injuries and stuff, he's just a role player.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, he should be in the Hall of Fame, and it's like, man, he did have a great year, but I mean, a great stretch, but I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
The reason why most like stars leave at a certain time is so they don't have that fall off. You know what I'm saying? That's why they
Yeah,
leave.
well, I mean, his fall off came because of injury. He was still
Well, yeah,
young. That's
yeah.
not why he
No,
left.
yeah.
He
No,
got
no, no,
hurt.
no,
He
no.
just
I'm
kept
not
playing
saying
'cause he
that.
wanted to play ball.
I'm
But
not
yeah,
saying him. I'm saying in general.
yeah, you're talking about in general.
Like
I got you.
most players who had like a really big impact, they don't. They're overly competitive, yes, but they
They
know it's a
retired
point.
earlier,
It's a
so
point.
so
It's a
they don't
point that
see
they have
him.
to leave. It's a point that they have to leave because if they want their legacy to actually mean something, those extra 5-8 years that you're playing and you're just a role player and you're on the bench and you're averaging 4 points a game, but you're only playing 6 minutes. That that is in people's heads. So when you get those Hall of Fame, those writers, those AP writers, they go off a lot of that stuff. They go off all the extra BS too. They're like, well, he played like trash his last 3 years. Yeah, but he was really good for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. Well, okay, and that's what I'm saying. That's where the argument comes in. That's why all this ties together.
But that's what I'm saying. That long career.
I'm gonna
is
get
hard.
right with Nate. I know Nate posted you've commented a bunch. The other question, just to add on to this one more time, is okay. In a example situation, Chris Paul. Should Chris Paul retire 2 years ago? Would that have made his career better now that he's not playing at the level that he was before? Does his playoff performance last year, and then so far he's not really doing as much this year, does this squander what he's done prior?
No.
Okay.
No. And if the people will say yes, it's just because I'm not even a Chris Paul fan,
right?
And I can say he's still a great point guard. Just because it's right now, it's because he's chasing a ring. That's why he's even in the league right now. He's chasing a ring. He should he should have retired.
Right.
When he started compounding
does it hurt him that he stayed in to try and hunt for something that he hasn't been able to achieve? Does it hurt him now that he's past his prime, past the time where he probably should have retired? He's past his era, but like people don't play with true point guards anymore. He's past his era of basketball. Is it hurting him now that he's still playing? I don't think so either. But that's the questions to be asked. I don't think it should either.
It shouldn't hurt him, no. But that's why when it comes to the Hall of Fame discussion, the wrong people are voting Hall of Famers in. It's the wrong people that vote.
I'm actually surprised Nate's the only one in this conversation. It's actually a really good conversation. But let's see. Let me see where I saw Nate last. This game was coming for Cleveland. Yeah, you felt it. You felt it. They aren't going to get blown out. I mean, it's going to be a good series. Hopefully we'll see the Knicks come back and put some points up. Hopefully Randle's elbow's okay too. I'm sure we're going to hear something about that because he definitely took a hard one there. I'm saying the posts are moved for the upper echelon.
It definitely is.
Plus,
it definitely
if
is.
you, plus, if you are two of the top, you hit 38 and are still half the player, you're still good enough. Okay, and that kind of leads in what we were talking about too. Like if you were in the top and then you hit 38 and you're still and you're half the player, are you good enough to still be there? And Nate's saying yes. I said 38, fella. LeBron is outlier right now. I can't see Luka and Embiid, Giannis, etc. making 38.
Hell no. Luka's not going to make the next couple years if Luka don't believe in working out. He don't work out. So if he don't work out, I give him 3 to 5 more years.
To get with him, bro.
He don't work out 3 to 4 5 more years.
Same thing. I don't know why people, especially like this isn't the old era basketball where players don't communicate with other players and stuff like that. Like why Luka doesn't go and talk to LeBron to like get some advice from him about how to have a longevity in this league. Not even
LeBron.
Be a dominant player and stay unhurt.
Why got Dirk in your backyard?
Doesn't Zion go to LeBron and talk to him whenever LeBron had the same issues that Zion is having now, but doesn't want to talk to him or use his?
It's the same thing I explained to you when it comes to hip hop. It's the same exact thing. It's because the youth don't think they need them. Just look at the interview with John Morant. John Morant said he can toast Jordan. He said he can toast everybody. It's the disrespect of the people that came before you where you think you're better than them. That's and most of the young players, they feel that way. Some do acknowledge the old school and mess with them like that. I.e., Jordan Poole literally is under Steph's testicles learning from him. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows this is one of the best to ever do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he's listening. Yeah. He's being attentive.
I mean, even Jason Tatum. But, I know we make jokes about him doing the mom mentality thing, but the whole time he was in the league, he was getting mentored by Kobe.
Yeah.
Whole time. He was not shameful to be like, no, it's time. Like, I need this. But Chuckster came out in the Nike Zooms. He was like, I'm winning this one. They got a photo finish, bro. Look at Chuck. Oh, by a fingernail. I think this fact alone shows how far the goalposts have moved as athletes age. Did you see Houston with Scotty, Charles, and Olajuwon as a super team when they came together? Not results.
I know they called them. You know what? I don't even think they called them a super team. But when you think about the caliber of player altogether on one team,
That's
that was a
kind of
super team.
crazy. I didn't even know that existed. That's how like
Yeah,
no one talked about it
yeah.
after. I never even knew it existed.
That's when they tried to do one more run with Elijah one to get a last minute title, and it just didn't work out.
Mm-hmm. And he said he's gonna wait till we get here to post second part, so we'll get the second part
Yeah.
soon. Yeah, I didn't even know that existed. That sounds nuts.
I always forget
Pippen,
about that.
Charles, and Olajuwon. I mean,
Yeah.
you're talking about Scotty, great shot creator. He still thinks he's better than Jordan. Charles, dominant defender, rebounder, physical. Olajuwon. That's crazy. I can't believe that existed.
I think it's so funny that everybody that when Pippen said that, everybody just kind of started riding his coattails. Like, yeah, he was. It's like, if you're gonna look at statistics, when Pippen came in, Jordan actually let him play because Jordan's stats all reduced, all across the board. His stats reduced. Only thing that went up was his assists and rebounds, but his points went down. His efficiency went down because he wasn't shooting as much because Pippen was shooting a lot more. So it's like, stop, just stop, just stop.
And then Nate follows it up with talking about what people's thoughts of when they got together, if they looked at him as a super team. Mm-hmm. And he said people saw them as old veterans getting together. People always say they were too old by then. And then in his defense, what he's saying now, I mean, we kind of saw that too with Carmelo, LeBron, and who's the other guy? Well, AD still was younger. There was one more older player that joined them that year. Who was it?
Oh, wait, who else was on that damn squad?
Right? Am I wrong? I thought there was one more player. I could be wrong, but the Lakers team, Powell, Kobe, Steve Nash, but they kind of got proved wrong too, where everyone thought they were going to be a superstar, but they were just too old. The 33-year-old Pippen joined 34 Barkley, Olajuwon 35 to form a solid but aging front line in Houston. At those ages, they were aging and they couldn't play at the same level. Yeah, and the fact that at that age, it really hindered them. Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Yeah,
Nate coming in with the fact. Dwight Howard. Yeah. Thank you, Nate. Thank you. Yeah, because I mean, realistically, that sounds like a great team, but it just wasn't. But it just wasn't. Yeah. They were too old. LeBron still had to do it. He's the only one that was still able to play at an elite level. None.
But that's what I'm saying, because he's spending the money to do it.
He's special.
No one is doing what
he's now up to like $2 million a year on his body alone.
But nobody's doing that because
past $1 million.
Nobody's doing that. One is because he got he took the Kareem's record. That's cool. That's cool for legacy. But how much money you spent in the last 7 years to try and do that?
Hey, bro, technically, just thinking about it, wouldn't that just be a tax write-off? Since your body is what makes your money?
It is a tax write-off.
So why do people not spend more on it? Because I mean, you get something back. Obviously, you won't get all of it, but it's definitely a tax write-off.
Because not everybody's making the same kind of money as LeBron. Because that $2 million,
gets to do it right away. I feel you.
That $2 million that he's paying, it's a good possibility it's not even coming out of his own pocket. Because it's a good possibility that his court, his court.
I would say as a personal trainer, I cover my gym, all my gym memberships. I write off. All of my supplements that I buy are written off. Like all that stuff is written off because as a personal trainer, I have to hold a certain physique and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that is like that's what a tax person told me that I can write off. Like it's not just me just BS. You can't. That is part of your job.
But I'm saying
so other people could do it too. So why wouldn't you invest in it? I know you're saying I guess other people are paying for it. Like other companies might be paying for it. You might not even see that money because it just goes straight to it. But
also like a lot of players aren't getting the type of funds that he's getting to be able to do that. Yeah, somebody might be making some good money, but who knows where is it going to? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They probably think of a different type of future. That's like they already planned to be out by 35. They don't even care about that longevity crap. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and LeBron also, came into the league. He's married to the girl that he dated when he came into the league. Like he's, I'm sure he partied and stuff like that. But I mean, he was family oriented. A night out for him is chilling at the crib with some family and drinking some wine. eating cheese and tacos on Tuesday.
I mean, that's what it is now. That's what it is now.
Yeah, now. Well, that's what I'm saying now. But that's what it's been over the ever since he left Miami. That's what it's been the last
probably
6,
not.
7 years.
I guarantee you he was out clubbing. I guarantee you he was out clubbing. I guarantee. Oh, I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
But I guarantee it's not as frequent as what. Like,
I mean,
first off, nobody goes out.
I would say he wasn't doing James Harden
except for maybe
numbers.
Rodman.
He wasn't doing James Harden numbers, but he was out there. He was out there. I can guarantee that.
Yeah. But do you think he's in the strip club dropping bands on bands on bands? Like Ja Morant, literally the video that came out of him that surfaced with him with the gun at the strip club, literally the floor is just dollars.
Yeah, I seen the.
There was not a like my dude is just throwing. He probably spit through 10 G's easily just on the floor, and he rented the place out for himself. Like
the bad part about that is you ran out for yourself and still get caught. You're an idiot.
You put 3 top 10, 33, 35 ages together now, no doubt it's a super team.
Yeah, I mean, that's how
KD, LeBron, and Steph team update.
Well, because the super
KD,
team,
LeBron,
is built.
That's a super team.
Yeah, super team is created. Like, it's put together. It's built.
He would be spokesperson for most of the brands he works with. No need to pay them when they can use their photos and be ads to pay it. No, that's true as well, Nate.
That's what I'm saying, because most likely in his house he has the court, which I guarantee he didn't pay for. The ice machine that he stands in with his body, he didn't pay for that. Because I know Steph.
Oh yeah, all the recovery. I'm sure all the weights, all the equipment. Yeah, it's just given to him for him to post on Instagram, so people are like, oh, that's what LeBron uses. I'm gonna get some too. I mean, that's like the this one. I don't know if you remember the video of that little triangle thing where it was like 3 poles that came out and they had different colors. And Alvin Kamara a couple years ago was caught working out with that. He was balancing on a balance ball thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they throw and they say red.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everybody was using that. Yeah. Everybody was buying it. I had my clients asking me to buy it for their kids so they can practice with it. And I'm like, no, no.
That's like,
obviously he gets blocked from behind. I think he got fouled. I don't know.
When you're playing NBA 2K, when you go into the room to do like the little drills, the one with the light where you have to hit it with your hands. That's what Steph does.
Yeah.
Steph actually does that in his training. That's part of his actual training.
Interesting. Oh, I know.
Yeah, he uses that. They use that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When people
he has
say
like a full squad,
could be
a full
the next
team.
LBJ, I laugh. Talent, desire, mentality on court, sure. What he does this offseason is such to be like that. No, Luka ain't playing at 35. Talent,
I don't think so either.
Oh, and on court, I think is the biggest thing. I think he has all the on court talent, whatever that he needs. But yeah, he isn't there. It doesn't see it. We don't see it yet. He's still young, so I mean, maybe something will snap for him.
Well, that's what I was saying when you were saying like, is nobody like him not talking to LeBron? I'm like, you have Dirk in your backyard. You're just choosing not to talk to nobody else.
True.
Because Dirk won it when he wasn't supposed to have won it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's somebody you should talk to.
And a foreign guy as well. So I mean, you can relate to that coming in from another country.
You can relate to it.
Them. Yeah, that's very true. It's very true.
I know
Boston right now. Just give y'all an update with 4 minutes left. Is up 111-97. Yeah, that's all right, man. We're just enjoying the conversation.
I mean, the game,
but it is a 20-point game right now. Cleveland's up by 20. Yeah, it has been.
Mitchell, Garland, Mobley, Allen, LeVert, and
I like that Mitchell, who had the green light last game, is now giving it to Garland. It's just like Garland, like, don't forget you can score too. Because, like I said, Mitchell only attempted 4 shot attempts in the first half, where normally we'll see him shoot 20 a game.
Yeah. Mobley with a quick dunk after recovery off the rebound. Grimes, Brunson, Randle, Robinson, and Barrett on the floor for the Knicks. I think Giannis will see it as a job and move on early. He's got his title. can see him walking at 35 as a country father with 3 kids. Oh yeah, I can see. I
Really?
can see him leaving. I can see him.
I don't see Giannis leaving early. You think that? I don't think so.
After knowing how, like I know everybody's family is important, but knowing how they are, oh yeah, I can see him leaving. I can definitely see him leaving.
Really?
And being a soccer dad, oh hell yeah.
Maybe.
He would be content. He sitting watching his kids play soccer, eat Oreos. He'd be the happiest dude in the world.
I guess I just don't get that from like his interviews and stuff like that. But I guess so.
How you get blocked twice on the same thing?
That's
Randle
tough,
got.
I ain't gonna lie.
The quick hands by Mitchell. Just. Oh, the first one was Mobley. The second one was Mitchell. They're just like, give me those. But I can see that too.
Gosh, yeah, bro.
Steal by Brunson. Brunson to Barrett. Barrett layup is good.
Ooh.
$6.43. Garland gets fouled, but no call. Ball rolls into the hands of Mitchell. Mitchell gets RJ Barrett, dribbles to his legs, gets shot up, no good. Rebound Brunson. Brunson cross court pass. The three is no good. Why is the lights on? Mitchell. Swing pass to Garland. Garland from the screen, from the elbow. Rebound Knicks. Brunson. Guarded by LeVert. Clears out for Brunson. Dribbles to his right. Spin move. Quick pass to Robinson.
Oh,
alley-oop.
All right, Robinson.
66-45. Garland crossing half court. Gets it to LeVert. LeVert has Brunson. Switches off. Long three. Oh, rims out. Randle with the rebound is going to bring it down. Throws it to Barrett. Miscommunication, goes out of bounds.
Man, Nate, I went to go, I did one NRL video today, and I went to go do a couple more, and I went to go, the way we've been doing the NRL videos lately is we'll go find a video, then find someone that's reacted to it to see if they're letting it to be published. And bro, every single one right now is getting muted. All NRL videos are getting muted for certain players and certain games, like to do highlights of matches right now, like grand finals and stuff like that, muted. The whole entire thing. I was like, wow.
You got to do old videos then, huh? You can't do nothing current.
No, it was old videos. I did an old video. I was trying to do old videos, and they're all muted.
Wow.
Grand finals are, but the Origin games aren't. The Origin ones are still fine, but the other ones are muted. So I think I'm gonna have to do, when we do NRL stuff, there's some things I think we're good with Origin videos. I think they're just copyright claiming them, but if it's like grand finals or other matches, I think we're going to have to put music in the background or something. I think we're going to have to do that.
Interesting.
If we want to cover it.
What up, Ron?
Yeah,
good evening. Ron says, good evening, guys. I'm a little bit late. Had to watch a romantic movie first. No problem. What was the romantic movie that you had to watch? And was you watching it for somebody else? Were you Netflix and chilling?
Was it the Notebook?
Please don't tell me it was Titanic. Please don't tell me Titanic.
You don't like the Titanic, bro?
The best part is when the ship breaks up.
I like the Titanic, man. I'm not obsessed with it like some people are.
That movie is highly overrated. Only reason why people went wild about the movie is because Leo was in it. That's the only reason. That's the only reason.
I mean, that's fair too. I enjoyed the movie, man.
I was sitting like this, and then
Wow.
when the ship
Jesus,
finally started
man. Mitchell
breaking
made
up,
that shot. That net barely moved.
I was like, "This is the best
My
part of the
dude said,
movie."
my dude said Rambo 4. Almost cried.
Rambo 4 is a tearjerker. It's a tearjerker.
I've never seen any of the Rambos.
Really? Says
Yeah, I've never seen them.
Debbie does which city, Ron? That's funny.
I believe that's Grimes gets fouled on 3-point shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did top 10 origin fights, state of origin fights.
Mm-hmm.
I did the first 5. I'm gonna break it down because it was like a 20-minute video. So I'm gonna break it down since we want to get some origin content out leading up into this year's state of origin matches. So I did part 1 of that, 6 through 10, and then I did NFL biggest hits in 2022-2023 season. I saw people react to it. I mean, I doubt we're going to get copyrighted for it, but I saw a bunch of reactions. So I was like, I will do it.
Yeah.
And then I did, I thought I did one more, but that might've been it. I tried to do another one and I don't think I was able to. That's why. Titanic and Pearl Harbor got ruined with those love stories.
Pearl Harbor was not a bad. It wasn't a bad movie.
I like
but
Pearl Harbor, man.
But the love story was definitely not needed.
No, man, it's not needed for us. It's needed for everybody else, though. So that way, our women don't complain when we try to take them to the movies. That's like what I was watching some show with Skyla. What show was it? It was like it was more of like an action show. It was like all about like the action and violence and stuff like that. And we're watching it and she's watching it for the first time. I had already watched it before. And Skyla's like, she's like, so what's the deal with this little relationship between these two people? I think they need to get together. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, Skyla? I was like, you just watched this dude murder somebody and you worried about who he's dating, who he has the hots for? I said, I can't watch TV with you. Can't do it. Use my move.
Nate says that's why we had a semi-decent, interesting, on-point conversation. Ron was late. Titanic needed it. They needed to humanize the passengers for us to impact more. I mean, they could have showed more of the individual stories in the movie too. The love story wasn't. I don't think it was what humanized them. What humanized them in that story is when the ship is breaking apart and the band keeps playing. That's what humanizes them. That's the best. That is the best single. That is the single best part of that movie. That is the single best part of that movie. Yeah. That explains the entire emotion of that movie. That one single scene. Not when they're making out in the Ford 1942 Ford fogs up on the window and our hand goes on there.
That scene was highly unnecessary. Highly unnecessary.
Like this is not the 90s. We don't need that.
Yeah, I totally ignore that every time I see it. It's like y'all added sex just to make the movie rated R. Like y'all added a nipple just to make the movie rated R is what y'all did. Like no one needed that nipple. We didn't need the nipple in the scene. It's like horror movies, bro. Horror movies just have random titties for no reason. It's just like, why is this here? Why is this girl just running with her shirt off, away from a monster chasing her? Why is she? Why my girl fishing naked? Like I don't understand.
She said, "Just give me an action movie with Sly Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm fine. Come on, do it now. Do it. Get to the chopper. Come on, do it now. Get to the chopper." Classics. So you think following the band for 2 hours wins a dozen Academy Awards? No, please don't get me started on Academy Awards. That's such an overrated system. They only pick specific movies with specific actors to win, and usually they're not melanated. So I mean, it does. I don't really follow the Oscars.
Hey, bro. Hey, look, Green Book won an Oscar.
Okay. But what about
That's
all
all
the
about
other
the
movies
story.
that
But
never won Oscars?
I know. I was just giving one example, and the only reason why I know of that example, if you want to be honest with you, is because my client that I used to work with was in it. That's the guy I was telling you the other day that has Ryan that or used to have Ryan Reynolds' phone number. He was in that
Oh
movie,
yeah.
and yeah, and I was like, that's how we got talking about it because he's like, did you see me at the award show? And I said, what award show? Like I didn't even know. I knew he did acting, but he did like a lot of small like westerns, like independent films and stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
I said, what award show? He's like, bro, we won an Oscar for the Green Book, and I was like, what? I was like, you were in that? He goes,
That's
yeah,
funny.
for about 2 minutes. He said I was a butler. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, cool, man. Shit. I was like, doctor and Oscar award winner. I mean,
That's funny.
Do you think, baby?
Nate says, never ever complain about a random Kate Winslet booba. So her boobies can randomly appear in any movie. And then on the mobile, Ron Jeremy says, there's always space for some boobies. I don't know. Like I said, I went to school for television and film, so when I see stuff like that, I'm like, oh, this is terrible. This is bad. Like you just wanted people to be like, oh, we've seen her boobs.
I mean, I'm not complaining about seeing it, but it just definitely didn't make sense for the story. It definitely just did. I just finished watching this TV series called The Night Agent on Netflix. That show is pretty cool. I don't know if you've seen that. Netflix actually has put out a couple of bangers recently. They haven't put out back-to-back good series in a while.
Because they're too busy paying Adam Sandler for movies.
Dude, leave Adam Sandler alone, bro. Leave Adam Sandler alone.
It's the ultimate cash grab artist.
Hey, Adam Sandler's doing his thing, bro.
He has Netflix in a headlock, and they're like, oh, it's Adam Sandler. It'll do great.
Their whole crew, man. He has like 4 or 5 movies. Only like 2 of them are decent. Rob Schneider has a couple of them. David Spade has a couple that aren't any good either.
That whole Saturday Live crew, they're known for that.
Hey, man. Whatever gets the money paid, I guess. I mean, I'm not a hater. Out of bounds.
And he hit the shot. That sucks.
The movie was literally based about her booby pic.
Well, yeah, the picture, the painting, right?
Yeah,
was it the painting and the diamond or whatever the hell it was? I can't remember what it was.
You know what movie I really liked is I know it's not them, but it's I always forget the name of him. I actually thought it was Leonardo DiCaprio for the longest, like whenever I was like really young because they looked similar. Good Will Hunting. What's his damn name? Dave, not Dave.
What? You said Good Will Hunting?
I always forget his name. Yeah.
No, it's not.
Damien. It's something with a D, right?
Matt Damon. Matt
Damon, who it is.
Yeah.
Matt Damon and Leo look very similar when they were younger. Not alike, but if you didn't know any better, you could definitely get them mistaken. I love that movie.
Aren't they from the same neighborhood?
They might be. They look similar. They definitely have similar like.
Aren't they all from Boston?
When they were younger, probably.
Yes, I think they're all from Boston. Well, at least I know Matt and Ben are from Boston.
I've actually been really.
Hey, now we got Hustle at least. Anthony Edwards as a bad guy. It's a good thing. I still have not watched that movie. I heard it's, but I have heard it was good.
That movie was really good. You need to watch that, bro. That was really good. I'd watch it again. I haven't watched it in a while.
Randle from the free throw makes it 51-69 is the current score. LeVert. That was a nice pass, but didn't work out.
Yeah, to be honest, Nate, with the vaping stuff, I haven't even really been using it during the day. I only use it when I'm sitting here. I don't know why. Now my habit is when I'm sitting here and it's here and I just see it, then I hit it. Like I feel the need to. but like I basically broken using it like in the car. Like I don't use it when I'm driving. I don't use it when I'm like out and around like the city or anything like that, or if I'm at like people's houses, I don't use it. But if like I'm sitting in this desk, then that's when I use it now. I don't know why.
What's your replacement vice that you picked up, or have you not picked up anything to replace it?
I gotta get one. I had to use, but I didn't have to use that. I was using my cousin's one that has the 5%. I used that for a couple days.
How was that one?
And well, no, the 5% is more than what I use. I'm down to the 1.8, and after using the 5%, it was like the 1.8 was nothing. So I was like chiefing it because I wasn't getting no effect. So I had to like wean off again. Now I'm feeling good. I just saved the link for it's just an energy puffer. The only thing with those is that it's those cheap ones. It's those cheap ones that they may work or they might just break, but they'll cost like $20. So like I'm trying to find one that I know that'll work efficiently, you know.
Yeah.
Cuz I could just go get a vape that has no nicotine in it. That's just like a flavor or something. But the thing is, I don't want one of those vapes that I'm sending out freaking clouds of smoke, like and looking like a major tool bag.
Like
Quickly,
some of the dude be doing.
up. Yeah. I don't want all that.
Did she put it in there? No.
Man, Knicks only 55 points.
Oh yeah,
man,
they are in Cleveland. They're playing Thuggish Ruggish Bone in the stadium. I was like, oh yeah,
dude, you have such a good ear. I can't tell if I just don't have my thing up loud enough because I don't hear no music. I can barely hear the announcers.
Really? I have it like it's like super low, but I can hear everything kind of very balanced.
It could be because of your headphones picking that up.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know.
Because like I said, these aren't really streaming headphones. They're music. They're pretty much from music. That's why everything sounds so damn loud to me.
Yeah. I meant to send you this video that I saw today and I forgot about it. It was at a baseball game. These two girls got into a fight, and as they were getting into a fight, "Knuck If Your Buck" came on, and I was like, "No, it's just the other day. That's a dangerous song to play."
It's a very dangerous song.
They were going ham, and all you hear, "Knuck If Your Buck."
Yeah, and especially in your neck of the woods, man, Knuck If Your Buck in that time period.
If you hear that come on even now in a club, like
you leave.
The thing is just to start. No, it's just to start fighting. Like when it comes on, especially certain bars and certain clubs, like people just start pushing each other, and I'm like, hell no! I'm going to sit my ass down. Like someone's going to get mad and start swinging.
That's like the equivalent
to getting out.
That's the Black Mosh Pit. That song creates the Black Mosh Pit.
Yeah. I think mosh pits are so stupid, bro. My friend was like, "Yeah, dude, I want to go to a mosh pit." I'm like, "I'm good, bro. Like, I'm straight."
I seen somebody posted something on Instagram. I think it's become like a meme now, but it's like these kids in a mosh pit, and it's kids. One dude, he's just throwing his arms and stuff, and it's a girl probably like 2 feet away from him, and she's doing her thing, and she, they're moving just randomly, but she's moving towards him.
Yeah.
And he throws his hand like this and clocks her right dead in the jaw. I mean, she's like, she was like this dazed. And I'm thinking that's why you don't go in the mosh pit. That's why you don't go in there. When I go ahead.
I saw one mosh pit video where they're like it was like 3 or 4 guys, and it was a big circle, like big open circle. It was 3 or 4 guys that were just kind of bouncing around. And I guess one dude on the outside of the circle had just gotten sick and tired of one dude who just didn't like him or something because it looked intentional. He came bouncing and bounced over to his side, and it was like the Will Smith slap, bro. Like just real straight, structured, but just took the fist right to his jaw, just a quick bam. And dude just went down, and he just stood there like nothing happened. And I was like, what just happened? I'm like, what did he do? Did he kiss your girl? Like what? Why did you intentionally just punch him? You weren't even moving. He wasn't jumping. No, he just stood still.
Nate, yes. Where you watch a different person every time? Yes. Mosh Pit Woodstock 99 style. He said
Yeah.
found some amazing AKGs on clearance at a pawn shop for $15. You play AD music with them. It's freaky. Mrs. ripped them off and said, "Oh, those one headphones. I know what you're talking about. I thought you were playing the
I think I
stereo."
heard that.
Aren't they supposed to be expensive? You got them for $15. Yeah, I think they're supposed to be really, really expensive. Oh
I
no,
don't know
they're
nothing
like
about the
60.
damn sound stuff.
They're like $70, which is, I mean, for headphones, is kind of expensive,
I mean, still
but
15 for 70 is you're chilling.
it's still a
I'll
good
tell you,
deal
man. I
though.
want.
Which
I wish I lived.
AKGs did you
I live.
get?
I wish I
Oh, you
lived
said the
by
AD ones
my
though.
dad's, because my
Yeah.
dad's, they have this place. It's similar to like what a thrift store would be, but they call it a bin store. I think I've talked about it on here before, but
Oh
basically,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, they get items and say they close on Tuesday, open on Wednesday. Everything's $10 on Wednesday,
yeah.
and then Thursday it's 8, then 7 until
Mm.
whatever, like Sunday, and then they'll close for 2 days and restock. But they'll have hidden gems. Like he's he bought these they bought these headphones that I'm wearing right now for $7. These are $60
Yeah,
headphones. Uh,
yeah.
uh, I've seen they at their house. I saw them. They had like $80 keyboards they bought for $5. Like Logitech and or what's that other company? Razer. They had Razer. They had a
Razer
whole set. They bought
Corsair
a whole set.
K7
Razer. They had Razer mouse, keyboard, camera, and mic, and they spent no more than $40 on it all.
Oh wow.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I
I
have
was like, that, I
a
was like,
bin
that's
store
like,
right on the corner.
do you?
Yeah, I keep
The
meaning to go in
three
there and
by
check it out,
Mitchell.
but I always
You need
forget.
to, bro. But you got to go. You need to get there, figure out how they do it. And like, you need to
Yeah.
get there early, though, because they have people that'll get there and it'll be gone. If you don't get there within the first like 10 to 15
Mm-hmm.
people, there's no, I mean, it's not that there's no point, but you're going to miss out on any good things
Yeah,
that
good
you
stuff.
get.
Yeah, they have it's on the windows because all window. There's no like it's all window. You can see the front, everything out of there, but it's painted over, and they shows you on there what days has what days to go,
Yeah.
what time, and all this stuff. But yeah, it's a bin store. I think they get their stuff from Amazon.
Mm-hmm. I've been meaning to go. I might try to make some trips over there during the summer because I have, let me see. I think I still have it.
Yeah, the K72s, depending on which ones, because there's multiple K72s, but I mean, still anywhere from 40 to 70,
Because
depending.
they have
Yeah, 40 to
they
7,
have
40 to
sports
70.
gear and stuff. They have sports gear and stuff like that in there as well. And so I figured I can go in there, get some sports gear, and we can, do like
Yeah.
giveaways. I mean, none of it, not a lot of it's going to be like crazy cool stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
like I got this Las Vegas Golden Knights hockey team sign.
Oh yeah,
They got this for $1.
I know somebody probably actually would
It,
really like that.
yeah, you got it for $1, man. It's nice. It's
It's interesting
laminate.
that you guys had that
It's
out
like
there.
laminate. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what I'm saying. They just get random stuff. Like I don't know what decides how they get it or what they buy, but yeah, it's nice. And you can see it. I mean, it's big size if you compare it to like the rest of
Yeah,
my wall.
looks pretty cool. Yeah,
It's it's oh well, yeah, like it's
yeah, pretty cool for $1. Shoot, Andre says my next pick isn't looking too good. It's a rip to the parlay. Nate says so like 60 and 90 once they land. Yeah, yeah. Because when I looked it up, it says that specific model or the range of that model. I guess there's different additives to it. It's typically from $48 to $70. For the AKGs, the K72. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of U.S. resellers on YouTube go to the bin stores. Yeah, a lot of them do. I watch a lot certain ones on there. Look at look interesting, but people taking their toddlers to them is nuts. Yeah, I've seen some where it's just
Wait,
really
take their
crowded.
toddlers to
Yeah,
the bin stores? Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
that's insane. It's man. Well, my dad's wife she ready to fight at any moment. She's gotten into fights. My dad had to break them up at the bin store. People
Hmm.
throwing things around.
You see how many points does Mitchell have? I'll tell you right now. Mitchell has 15. Let me refresh, make sure that's right. That don't sound right. Garland, I think, is been scoring the bulk of the points. Yeah, Garland has 32. Mitchell has 15. 82, 60. Take them 2 hours in, but not at open. Yeah, yeah. Well, the one around the corner, like I do see people because it's next door to Big Lots, where I usually go to Big Lots every once in a while. But I see people there, but it's never like packed. It's never been packed.
It's really only packed at the very opening. The very opening is when it's crazy. And like you said,
Yeah,
you'll still find some good. Like I've went the third. Like we have one in Laplace, but they don't got that good of stuff. But I mean, even if it's just like small things, like if you need a phone charger, you can go get a nice phone
yeah.
charger for like $3. Phone chargers, phone cases, like charging ports, that sign. I've seen like little like sandwich makers, like the like kind of like the George Foreman, like the little fold over sandwich makers. You
Oh,
can
like
get
the
those
press,
for like
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
like you can
yeah,
get things like that, but you won't get like the big steals. But really, the money that you make there is getting a collection of the little stuff. Like they have a lot of kids' toys. So what my dad's wife does, she goes in and she buys like a bunch of kids' toys and then resells them on Amazon, and she makes like 300% profit on them.
oh yeah. I can see it. I can see that. Yeah, because one of the guys I watch, he does that. He goes to the bin stores, but he also goes. He has a lot of garage sales. He has a lot of garage sales,
Yeah.
and he flips them on eBay. He makes a lot of that money.
Bro, I miss going to garage sales. I used to go to garage sales all the time. We don't really have them out here anymore. No one holds garage. The only thing you'll have now, every once in a while, they'll have like a parish bound garage
Hmm.
sale. Like once a year in every parish, just about they'll have where you can just come in, bring your stuff, set up a. I think you have to rent the space
What's up,
though,
Coach
but you can
Dante?
come set up a table and put things up for sale.
Yeah, yeah.
My guy.
The neighborhood next to me that I'm on the edge of, there's not everybody does it, but it's like the same houses that do it. That's all they do.
Yeah,
See, I picked up a Mandalorian sandwich press for $8. That's pretty cool.
that's actually kind of cool.
Garland, stutter step, swing pass out, long three, no good.
We need a
Rebound
good one
Knicks.
for the van, so Nate will be sitting outside enjoying his Grogu grilled cheese.
That's
I need
funny.
to make my bet for the next game. Now that I'm thinking about it, before it gets too late.
Barrett's cross court pass,
Andre,
topping, no
Andre, you
good.
still in the building? What you got going? And did you
Hard
answer his
blocks
how many
by
points does
Mobley.
Mitchell have?
Yeah, so 15.
Okay, 15. Yeah,
Levert with the
he
Euro
he
step.
still might get it. But the Knicks are gonna have to catch up a little bit because they probably won't play him anymore if they don't have to.
That's what I was thinking. Why he hasn't come back in yet?
Our garage sales are pretty average here. All the orders sell old jars, sheets, Tupperware gets old fast. I gotcha.
Oh
That's
yeah,
how a lot of the stuff. I mean, as a kid, I used to go. I mean, I didn't know anything about steels, but I used to love going and like I bought like some brand new like rollerblades for like $5, you know, and different things like that. We'd always have one or two in the neighborhood, like every at
yeah.
least once a month, and we go walk and we buy stupid stuff. I bought a paintball gun from a garage sale one time. My parents didn't like that, but we used to go do paintball wars in the woods without our parents knowing. Because we'd also go and either steal our parents' old clothes or we'd go buy old clothes and layer up in other people's clothing and then go paintball and then we just throw it away afterwards so we wouldn't get caught. They're like, how'd you get that bruise? Oh, I just got hit by a ball or something, you know?
It's gonna be a foul off away from the ball by Harkenstein. Levert, actually no,
But
take that back. Green's gonna inbound.
I would say, but Andre, you got any bets you got going or that you like for the for the Clippers Phoenix game?
Mobley gets the foul.
What the heck, bro? They said everyday parlay thing for the NBA, but there's not one for today. What the hell? Oh, here it is. Never mind.
So they said, "Do you see these games? We're not giving you free money." It's too easy. It's too easy.
Man, the Clippers won last game. They got the Clippers +8.
Oh yeah.
Zach was juvenile delinquent. We all realize this by now, surely. I wasn't bad, bro. I really wasn't bad.
See,
my
when
friends
they say
were
it
really
wasn't
bad.
bad,
I wasn't bad though.
Your friends was
The
bad,
worst
but
I
you wasn't
did-
bad.
The worst I did was like ding dong ditch and stuff like that.
Zach, like the worst I did was like I burned out a house, but that's nothing. That's old stuff.
I did almost burn down a house, but it was my own house, and we were trying to light a Christmas tree on fire. We didn't think it was going to get as big as what it did.
Okay? Listen to what you just said. You said, "Oh, I wasn't a bad kid." Then you said, "We tried to burn a tree." Where was the tree at?
A Christmas tree, bro. It was out for the dumpster, outside by the trash.
Yes, you was bad. You was bad.
We lit a piece. We were throwing fireworks in it, and we lit it. It caught on fire, bro.
You was bad. It's okay. It's okay to say it. It's the cop. It was bad.
Shot some Roman candles in there, bro.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't know.
You're burning Christmas. You're burning Christmas.
School once.
You broke into a school? Come on, man. Just cop to it. Everyone says Draymond need to cop to being the dirty player. You need to cop to being a bad kid.
Maybe I was a bad kid. I don't know. You know, but I never got caught.
That doesn't change anything.
I got caught once. We got caught breaking it. Well, not break. The dude, they didn't have a fence. We went in their backyard, and the dude had like a nice porch that you could skate off of. So we were like using it like as a run and doing tricks off of it. But apparently he was home. He just didn't have his truck in the back in front of the yard. He came out, chased us down, but don't worry, because me and my friends already had an alibi. My name was Chad Livingston, and I lived behind the Winn-Dixie.
Oh Lord,
that was my in case we ever got caught. We'd have them if they ever tried to bring us home or like something like that. We would have them bring us to Winn-Dixie, and then we'd walk home.
Levert fouled by Hart. We'll be shooting 2. That's hella funny.
I did tag a couple stop signs one time too, bro. Maybe I was bad. Holy shit! No wonder why my friends from my private Catholic school weren't allowed to hang out with me, bro.
Because you were the bad kid.
I guess I was, dude. You know what I got told the other day, bro? I was so like appalled, man. I was hanging out with we were hanging out at the pool hall, and a guy that is the older brother of a kid that was in my class. The kid in our class was such a square, bro. Even his older brother thought he was a square, and we used to kind of bully him, and he was an asshole. Well, we see his older brother. I haven't seen him in shoot probably over 10 years. So we see him and we're talking to him, and he's like, wait, are you Zachary Bell? And I was like, yeah. He goes, no way. They're like, you're that little piece of shit? I was like, oh, okay. I guess I'm the little piece of shit then. Glad to know that that's what I was known as around my school. Awesome.
You had to be a bad kid if that's what your name was.
I guess so, dude. I mean, I did bully the crap out of his brother.
Oh my
his
God!
Liked me though.
Oh my God! You keep saying that you weren't, and everything you say it gets worse and worse.
He deserved it, bro.
No one deserves bullying. Mitchell gets pickpocketed. Quigley cannot make the shot. It was called a quick foul. Andre said Clips or Suns. And Nate says Zach gonna be like Penny in Big Bang, realizing she wasn't bullied as she was the bully. Says Zach was juvenile delinquent. We all realize this by now, surely. Yeah. He says 5 stories
Five stories in. Wait, what? Dang, I gotta call my mom. I mean, dude,
you say you have an alibi. You say you have an alibi. Zach, I got some bad news for you. You're the bad kid. He was already plotting his getaway story before they even got caught.
Hey man, you just stay prepared, okay? Stay prepared.
Said
this needs to be edited. Zach realizes he was a juvenile delinquent.
This should be grabbed and made to a short. This should be made to a short. Oh, like, stopping! And then just throws it to Jared by accident, trying to save it. 92-64 is the score. I mean 68. I'm sorry, I didn't get the free throws.
Oh wow!
Toppin blocked.
I'm just thinking, you know what, man. I'm just realizing I might owe people a couple apologies. I think that's what it is. Because like now it's all coming back to me, guys. I had brain surgery. Okay, I don't remember these things, so every once in a while it just hits me like a wall, and I'm like, oh wait, I was a piece of shit. Because me and one of my buddies one time, we thought it'd be fun to
say longer than a short like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we decided we'd like silly string stop signs, right? So we're riding around the neighborhood, silly string stop signs, and just being stupid. So a cop came, and we saw the cop, and it was we were right in front of the stop sign too. Like the cop's an idiot. And we grabbed the cans, we tossed them, and we lived in a crappy neighborhood, so everybody's lawn was high. So we threw the cans in the lawn. You couldn't see him anymore. Cop pulls up, and it's like, hey, are y'all the kids that have been running around tagging the stop signs? And we're like, no, we didn't do that. We just got home. We were at the pool at Belterre, and we were riding our bikes, and we were wondering the same thing. And they're like, well, do you know who did it? We're like, well, we do know this kid, little Johnny, that always has silly string and likes to mess with people. Boy, little Johnny got his ass beat by his parents.
Wrong.
Poor little Johnny. Okay, but little Johnny was actually a bully, bro. Little Johnny used to stand outside and just fire people with airsoft guns and stuff like that. So, like, we didn't even care. He was a bully. It's not our fault, Johnny, that you were like 3 foot tall. Didn't need to be a jerk. So we got him punished for a month. It was a win-win. Criminal help me.
I had to add to the short to make it funny. So now you can edit that in too.
Oh my god.
So stop signs are kind of important, right?
Ain't that important, bro. Nobody stopped them. Andre say clips or signs.
You would
Suns.
Yeah, I would say it's kind of hard to think Suns will play bad back to back.
Yeah,
but I mean,
Suns, and they actually allowed the ball to go through Kevin Durant this time because they realized it needs to go through him. Kevin Durant drops 35.
Yeah.
And the game's going to go over because neither one of these teams are going to want to play defense.
I think the biggest problem that the Suns have when it comes to the Clips got a bench. The Suns don't.
Mm-hmm.
So their bench
Kevin Durant 35 plus. I kind of feel like I do, bro.
You said 35
But
plus?
like 35 is so high though. Like I don't know if I want to go to 35. I might just do 30 and a half. I'm just gonna do 30 and a half. Play real safe.
They says no parking signs. You thugs, you thugs, pick the stop signs for a reason. Zach needs to hit up some people. Says Suns gonna be like the Cavs this game. They could be calling blowout Suns by 20. I can see it.
Think a blowout
with
I don't think
a
Kawhi's gonna allow a blowout to happen.
I think if KD gets it in early, yeah, I could possibly see it, but I don't think the bench and Kawhi will allow that. Because once KD sits to the bench, Clippers gonna go on a run. How many times Brunson will get hit in the face?
All right, I gotta pee.
The announcer said the same thing. Third time he's been hit in the face. So Brunson just went to the hole. Got hit by Mobley, I believe. Yeah, got hit by Mobley. We'll be shooting 2. I did not expect the score to be this lopsided though. I expected the Cavs to win. I felt the Cavs would win, but 94-69 with 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, did not expect that score. Makes the first, about to shoot the second. Makes the second 94-70. Says Zach's got to pee.
When the Suns play last Sunday? Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah, it was Sunday. So I'll look at the box score to see what everybody was doing. Jared Allen with this putback slam.
What was the final score of the earlier game? Did you see that?
Boston won by 13.
Okay, so I mean a little closer.
119-106.
Did Trey do anything? Or you had like 18 points? Jared with the steal. Hands off to Mitchell.
I'm not sure. Give me a second. Let me make my bet real fast and I'll look at it.
Yeah. Mitchell guarded by Hart. Drives. Oh, I thought he was about to yak him on somebody. But 3 from the corner. It's good. Hold on, Nate. I'll get right to you. I see you said something. He says, "Hey, Ma, I wasn't that bad kid, right? I was the funny guy." So those kids that tied to street signs thought it was funny too, right? That mall I burned down, it was abandoned, right? No, just tell me, Mom. I wasn't the bad kid. No, please tell me. Freaking right now on stream with damn Dennis the Menace.
That's what that is what the neighbors called me.
Oh God. Yes, if they called Dennis the Menace.
The neighbors call me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I can see it because you got the reddish hair too.
I used to. Oh, dude, I was full blown blonde back in the day. Bro. I look just like Dennis the Menace, freckles and everything, full blown blonde. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? I blame my father because my father used to make me watch this all the time. It was his favorite show. So you know what? It's his fault.
I used to watch this with that's why I used to watch with my dad too, though. Did you watch like the old black and white show? Or did you watch the the color one with the movies?
Watched all of it.
You see the movies?
The colored one, the black and white, the movies. Yeah, I've seen all of it. Yeah. Now, if you ask me to try to remember something, I mean, I won't, but I did watch them all. I watched a lot of that, and I watched a lot of the Three Stooges and different things.
Yeah. My dad was fiend for Three Stooges. Says now, Zach, you were good, but don't go to your reunion for the love of God. Yeah, might not be the best thing. Or it actually could be funny content. You know, we could make a funny content out of it.
Honestly, dude, look.
If you're like, so this is
all
what happens when
I went to school with
the bully goes
bro. Whenever I run into them, bro, they love me. But I didn't talk to people when I was in school, bro. I didn't mess with people at school really.
He's gonna go back to school, and everybody's gonna be off like standoffish, and he's gonna find like get to somebody's like, why is they acting that way? Like, you don't remember? I don't remember what. This is a flashback.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you
Him
what.
like
In high
dunking
school,
a kid in the trash can. Him putting somebody's head in the toilet. Him giving a teacher a wedgie. Give a teacher a wedgie. Like, dude, you were the bad kid. And then he realized this.
I did. I put one of my best friends in a trash can.
How do you put one of your best friends in a trash can?
Because we always that's just, but like, yeah, you got to realize all my friends, we all bullied each other. Like, I got put in trash cans. Like, we all bullied each other. We never did it to people we didn't know. Like, we didn't bully like someone that was smaller. It was always
Mitchell
just our
for three.
People. Like, we always messed with him.
Gets his own rebound. Give it to Mobley. Mobley with the quick jam.
The dude, Cody, the comic guy, the Marvel guy.
Yeah.
My buddy. Yeah, him. I put him in a trash can once. But they would all do the same thing to me, bro. Like, that's just how we all hung out. I don't know. We were all great bad friends to each other.
I mean, I put somebody in a trash can, but that was like in college, and they were threatening me, so that's why I did it.
Oh, well, yeah. Probably the worst thing that I've ever done that lasted for a long time. I don't think I started it, though. Our friend Jordan started it.
Nate said they don't love you, guys. They fear you.
You know the dude Austin? No, I'm too tiny to be feared, Nate. Anybody can kick my ass. I should have got my ass beat several times in high school, especially my freshman year, because I would joke around with people that I thought I was cool with, and apparently they just didn't mess with me. But that's how I knew how to hang out with people, was mess around. And I had this one dude. This dude was like he was a defensive lineman as a freshman, big boy, like 6'2", something, or not. He might not have been 6'2". He was probably like 5'10", but he was easily like 220. Yeah. And I used to mess with this dude so much in art class, so much. And someone came up to me, they were like, "Yo, you know Eric wants to fight you, right?" And I said that, and I said right in front, I said, and he was right there, and I saw a loud cap that I said, "That big teddy bear?" I was like, "He ain't gonna do nothing." And he just looked at me and turned his head, and I was like, and then that's when I realized, I was like, maybe I shouldn't be messing with people that could literally rip me in half. So I stopped. But the worst thing that we ever did that was actually mean, and I felt so bad about it after me and Austin had talked about it. Yeah. I don't think I started it, but I took place in it. Me and my friend Jordan. Austin was the chubbier one out of all of us, but Austin was in no means fat. Like, Austin is hell of athletic, even though he doesn't watch sports now. He's hell of athletic. He's a damn good soccer player, really good at basketball, just never tried. Good at football, but he was a little bit heavier than us. So we used to joke, and we'd be like, "Hey, Austin, come here. And we'd be like, "All right, now go back." He's like, "What?" We're like, "We're helping you burn calories." And he used to get so mad at us for doing that, bro. And I'm like, I'm
so terrible.
Bro. I apologize so much after he had finally told us that, like when we were like in our 20s.
He said all Jack's fans are in therapy. Hold on one second. Mute myself real quick. Hold on one second.
Yeah, do they, man? Clock kicking guy. They all gonna sit you down one day. Nah, man. All my friends that are my friends know that if they're ever in a bind, regardless of day, time, anything, that I'm dropping everything for them. They know that. They know that. I've had people call me at like 3 a.m. The first person they call, I wake up, I'm gone. Don't matter. I don't know what to do with these bets, guys. I don't know. Right now, I got Kevin Durant. I got KD over 30.5. I got the game going over 227.5. DeAndre over 16.5. I actually have Booker under 30.5. And the reason why I have that is because I think in order for the Suns to win, they need a big game out of KD. I don't think 30 points is necessary for Booker. I think if Booker just gets a solid 25, that he's chilling. You know what? Let me go ahead and do Booker over 26.5 instead of. Oh no, I'm sorry. over 26.5 instead of under 30.5. I think that's a better realm. Austin has a pit in his basement just waiting for Zach to come over next time. Hey, buddy, want to watch a game in the basement with me? We don't have basements, Nate. I'm in Louisiana. We flood. We have attics. RUSEO and Mr. Shouty put it on me. Please, I be going ham. So now, Nate, as a Knicks fan, and y'all, if y'all lose this game, I mean, obviously y'all losing, but if y'all lose by 30, how does that mentally affect y'all going home? I mean, you definitely, even if you go home in a loss, you at least want it to be a competitive one. Do you feel like it just don't matter? You're just a wash, rinse, and repeat, go into the next game with a clean slate? Or does this weigh on you on this big loss? Yeah, I mean, you have to. But mentally, how does it affect this team that doesn't have a lot of playoff experience? Like, how does this mentally affect them? Yeah. I'm finishing making my bet real quick now. Give me just a second.
Randle fell really hard.
Yeah.
So they still home court. Yeah. Yeah, that could have been really bad. That could have been really, really bad the way they
Could have
fell.
been really bad. Yeah, it could have been really bad. You're not wrong.
The sucky part is that the way Allen is going for him. Yeah, he is going for the ball first,
From the
but
wanted posters.
his body is so far into the block that he's connected to Randle in the air immediately.
Right.
But we did say he was taking players out at the beginning of the game though, so he didn't knock.
he was playing, and like I don't think it's dirty because I don't see him to be dirty. But but he was doing some dirty things for a little bit, bro.
Yeah. It says Zach be like, everyone in town loves me. They all know my name. Yeah, guy from one of the posters. That's funny.
No, ain't no one know me. I promise you that, bro.
They're gonna give flagrant foul penalty 1, which I kind of understand, but it's just a 1. So
Well, how? Yeah.
yeah, that could have been really bad. The way he fell. And I kind of agree with Reggie, you know, Allen could have let him go because they were up by 20. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have
Yeah.
to. He's right. Reggie is right. Game 3 in the Mech is gonna be crazy because this one got rough and they lost like this. So yeah, the crowd about to be bananas. Randall's heading to the locker room.
Oh man, that's not good.
Yeah,
You see, he's walking with a visible limp right
yeah.
there. Hopefully, it's just like a bruised tailbone or something.
Nate says somewhere in Louisiana there's a support group that meets monthly to talk about Uzak. this is how super villains groups are born. Zach's freaking mega mind. Oh goodness gracious!
Oh man.
Hey, they playing Outcast in the background. Hey, Lopez with the score.
Oh my goodness.
What? Quickly with a quick 3.
Something on the sports book, whatever, like changed, and they're having a problem with their app right now to where once something changes, you can't make any more bets,
Oh,
and then it freezes. So like I can't add anything to my parlay.
the anti-Zach league.
So I had to take
Lopez with another hook shot.
Oh wait, it stayed. Okay, it stayed. Never mind.
Topping for 3, no good. Rebound Green, Danny Green. Levert's going to bring it up. Guarded by Barrett. 107-88, 25 seconds before the game is expired. It's going to be a delay of game.
That's a hustle play.
And yeah, I was about to say he's right, but you're up by 20 with 2 minutes left in the game.
Right.
What are you hustling for? Because what if you got injured on that play? Who's screaming? Like, that's not Chicago.
who is screaming, bro? That shit's so loud.
Can't copy Dyer. She started that first. She did it again.
I love that that's the trend now, bro. Like, I'm not even mad at it.
No,
be
not
honest
at all.
with you.
Says New York's second lowest point total all season. Final score 107-90. Cleveland takes away the dub. Very convincing win. Says we need to write this movie. That'd be a pretty funny movie, though. Said good night from Cleveland on TNT. Lightning fans, bloodies, man, and fan fight. Oh, goodness. Hockey fights be crazy. Crazy fans fight. Wait, where? That's a Heat jersey. Zachary Bell always thought he was the good guy growing up, everyone's friend, till one day he realized the truth.
That's the monologue in the beginning. Let me finish this bet. So guys, the way we're gonna do it today, Non has a stream. Well, unless Non feels like streaming, but I'm assuming he doesn't since he has another late one. Non has a stream tonight for the Mandalorian. Is it the final episode tonight?
Yes.
Yeah. So in just a minute, we're gonna switch over to the other stream. I'm gonna get that started up in just a second. I'm gonna let Non say bye and all that good stuff, and I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off for Clippers versus Phoenix.
I need to redo the thing so you can have an actual thing to actually.
Oh, well, you want to do that?
Yeah,
you want to do that real
I'll do
fast?
It right now.
Well, and I'll just stand here and chill.
Just if you want to go over the stats and stuff while I do it, then
Yeah, we can do that. Let me yeah.
It'll be cool. It shouldn't take too long. Just pulling up another page.
Yeah. All right. So looking at the stats, Cleveland Cavaliers end up winning by 17. They were up by almost 30 at the largest. I think it was 27 at the largest. Cavs played a dominant game. I really like what Mitchell did. Mitchell put the ball in Garland's hands, told him to dominate. Mitchell ended up taking 11 shots, but only took 4 shots in the first half. Garland finished off the game with 32 points, 6 for 10 from 3-point range, shooting over 50%, 8 for 17 from the field goal. Evan Mobley got involved with 13 points, shot 6 for 11 with 13 total rebounds. Allen got 10 rebounds, and that's kind of what I expected more of. I still would like to see Allen get a little more involved in the offense and be a little more aggressive underneath. We saw him get aggressive on the defense and be a little more physical, almost too physical at points, but he finished with just 9 points and 10. And then off the bench, LeVert started off great shooting from 3, finished shooting great from 3, shot 4 for 9, 9 to 16 from the field with 24 points. The Knicks, who are now dealing with an injured Randle in the final moments. He did finish with 22 points, 8 for 20. RJ Barrett finished with just 14 points, and Brunson with just 20. Really not a whole lot of bench help. Quickly did have 12, and then Toppin had 7 coming off the bench. It was just a game that was dominated by the Cavaliers. Hopefully the Randle's going to be okay going home at the Garden, and things are able to, get back in the Knicks' favor and make this continue to be a competitive series. But after the great game they played the other night and Cavs winning their revenge, we kind of expected this to be a Cavs win, and expect the Knicks to come back fighting hard in the next one. Randle is a bigger story than a loss to New York. Randle for the that's without a doubt. That's without a doubt. That's the bigger story. Let's see if I have enough time to add this bet in real fast. I might have missed it. I had the free one. I was gonna do one that wasn't free, but let's see.
Oh. All right.
I got 7 minutes. All right, we're chilling. I'm chilling.
So 7 minutes?
Yeah, I still got 7 minutes. I'm gonna do two of them. What you think of the game, man? I know we were like kind of talking and BSing for the majority of this game, but what's your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, the parts that we did see, I'm glad to see Cleveland show up big the way they showed up for this game. Because, like I said, I like the team. I like, ever since LeBron left, I've liked the team. Like what they've done with it. Like the youth, like the talent, the skill level of the youth that they brought. I love that Donovan Mitchell going over there and being a veteran, but not a selfish veteran. I love that. So, as far as this game and this series, it's kind of what I was hoping to happen. And now with it being 1-1, it'd be interesting to see how it all kind of falls apart, or what's the best word of saying, how it all comes together.
Comes together.
What up, Cheesehead?
Right.
So right.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it's all.
Cheesehead, my guy.
Well, definitely see what the interesting part is. Then also, let's look at the poll really quick. 13 votes, 15% for the Knicks, 62% for Cavs, 0% for LeBron returns to the Cavs, and 23% for don't care, but I'm here. Appreciate you guys for that. Appreciate you.
Oh, without a doubt.
You guys gonna stream Clippers and Suns? Yeah. We're gonna switch over in a second. Zach's gonna do Clippers versus Suns. I'm gonna take a break, get some stuff to eat.
And then I'll be ready.
get some stuff to eat, and then be prepared for the Mandalorian tonight. I might do a reaction video too. I need to. The channel is lacking.
All right, I just finished up here how it all plays out. Okay, yeah. Yep, I'm about to switch over now, so I'm gonna pull out of here. Everybody say bye to Nine. He's gonna I will set up the redirect this time. I got you, Nine. Don't worry. I'll set it up this time. I know you forgot last time, bro, you know.
Oh, I figured that's what you were doing, so you know. Yeah, just assume that.
I know. But that game's going to start up in 5 minutes. I'm going to let Nine close things out, and we'll see you over that game. Those of y'all that tuned in here, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the conversation. Hope to see y'all at the next stream. And if not, you know, we just know it's because Nate thinks I'm a bully now, bro. It's just not true. I'm not a bully. All right. See you. Talk to you later,
Talk to you later, man. Let's close that out. But with that being said, we appreciate you guys. The Clippers Suns game 2 is about to come up, so I'm not gonna take too long. I appreciate you. I love you guys. I thank you for everything. Thank you for your attention, for your time. Don't forget, come check out the edited content and check out the shorts. I know we have plenty of shorts popping up, so check everything out. Might be around for Mando more to distract and annoy. I need to fire up the air fryer. Yeah, I need to fire up the air fryer that now. Yeah, I need to get something to eat, so I'm gonna take a break, get something to eat, and then I'll work on probably work on a video or two, or some concepts for videos, and then do the stream. So we're bully got reformed. That's so funny. But thank you, Nate, for helping being a part of get the conversation going and rolling and keeping it going throughout the stream. We truly appreciate you, man. Hopefully, you know, I know we probably don't say enough, but thank you. You really mean a lot to this channel, man. Truly appreciate you. But so Zach can get started. Love you guys. Check you on the next one. Peace, love. I'm out, you guys. Thank you for being here.
Westbrook will do a lot of the ball handling. Eric Gordon and Westbrook. You got Batum, Zubats, and Kawhi Leonard.